What wild animal is commonly thought to not be dangerous, but you need to stay the heck away from because they are dangerous? Caterpillars. I'm from Scotland where pretty much nothing in nature can kill you. Visited New Orleans. A buckmouth caterpillar fell out of an oak tree and landed on my arm. Holy crap, I felt like my arm was literally on fire. It swelled up, went really hard to the touch, and it was burning. My friend's mum had to use tape to get all the barbs out of my skin. Ever since then, my skin has been horrendously sensitive. I now have medication for rosacea, because my stupid immune system is terrified of flipping caterpillars and will freak out at almost anything. Boars. They can run faster than dogs, can do much more damage, and their response to a fatal injury isn't "oh crap I gotta run away." It's more like "I'll drag you to heck with me B." There was a story on the Ask Historians subreddit about a pig that was put on trial for killing a baby in medieval times. It stared the baby's face and hands off, and this was a regular pig that wandered into someone's house. Imagine feral or wild boars. Australian here. Kangaroos. Never approach a kangaroo on land. They will beat the crap out of you. Also never approach a kangaroo in water. They will fricking drown you and they are very fricking good at it too. Also be careful not to hit a kangaroo with your car. They always have the last laugh when it comes to fighting 2-ton machines. Still, I love that video of the guy connecting with a right cross to the snout to free his dog. Lucky bastard. The thing was so surprised he didn't do anything. Thanks for the updates and award. Must be hard for these Aussies to walk around with their gigantic balls. Seals. Cute, cuddly, and slow on land, but they have mouths full of bacteria that will give you a nasty infection if their teeth scratch you. Stay away from seals. Loose seal. Loose seal. Did no one else say zebras? Zebras have no interest in being domesticated, and will absolutely frick you up if they feel like it. They are not like horses. Give them space. An herbivore species that survived for ages between lions and leopards does know some ninja skills. Fun fact, in the 19th century in South Africa, farmers used to put zebras in their herds of horses, as the zebras will attack predators and defend the herd. Better question is, what animal can you with certainty go right up to and just pet? I'm having a harder time thinking of something to not be cautious of. There's a raven that hangs around my place. Once, it was on the roof, so I threw a peanut up there. The raven picked it up, looked around, and put it back down. Ever since, the raven places rocks on my roof. I don't eat rocks. Maybe it's sending a message. I haven't pet the raven. We prefer to social distance, but I think we're buds, or maybe enemies. I don't know. Just learned this today actually, but larger species of otter can kill a full-grown human. Even the smaller ones can mess you up. Keep that in mind if you see any wild otters. All the mustelids, badgers, otters, wolverines, fishers, weasels, etc. will frick up anything that gets in front of them. They shouldn't be underestimated. Wolverines have been documented winning fights with black bears several times their size. The famous honey badger video speaks for itself. If you see a mustelid in the wild and go near it, you're gonna have a bad time. Black kites. A lot of tourists see them and think it's some majestic bird of prey that eats mice or something. Wrong, it eats whatever you're eating and will dive bomb your face to get it. Deer and elk. Bucks and bulls in rut are dangerous as they will ram into you with sharp antlers if they see you close to a female. Otters and cows can trample humans if you are too close to their babes. They are beautiful animals and there is nothing wrong with observing them, but it's best to do it from afar. Prairie dogs carry rabies and the plague. They may be cute little things that literally cry on the side of the road when one of their family dies, but I don't need the plague. Thanks. They're also the same ones who ate their rival an hour ago. Chimpanzees. They are often in movies, wearing clothes, being cute, but the reality is they're incredibly strong and will literally rip a person to shreds. I think that attack by Travis the chimp in New England a while ago shed some light on how powerful and dangerous they can be, but that wasn't an isolated incident. There are plenty of chimp attacks. I think they're quite strategic in their attacks too. Straight to the jugular or the genitals, or both. Monkeys. They go for the eyes. Yet I see posts on social media with people feeding them and whatnot. I'm absolutely terrified of monkeys and no one can seem to understand why. They all instead choose to laugh at me because they're so cute. No, they're not. They're unstable, sneaky, they're acid, crap throwing goons. My rule of thumb: if it's wild, do not engage with it, period. If it's domestic, wait for it to approach you with a relaxed attitude. Most animals are capable of freaking you up pretty badly. Best not to walk into that kind of scenario and keep your distance. People oftentimes forget that wild animals aren't the same as domesticated animals. Just because it looks fluffy and cute doesn't mean it won't frick you up. It's a wild animal. Fighting to survive is its default mode. Pretty much every cute Australian animal, kangaroos, cassowary, koala, platypus, Russell crow, all freaking dangerous. Stay away. Never in my life would I have thought to see the words cute and cassowary in one sentence. Those suckers scare the crap out of me. Any primate, they understand you need your eyes, nose, fingers, toes, genitals, etc. are things you need to survive, and they will attack you there first. Most primates are stronger than you regardless of size. Giant river otters can reach 3.5 feet in length, live in South America, have strong bites, and regularly eats crocodiles and anacondas, pythons on steroids, and they'll just attack you if you get too close. Otters in general, male sea otters will kill baby seals and then keep their bodies around for a week as frick pillows. Chickens, specifically rooster that live alone with multiple hens. They are territorial. They have giant claws. Some people use them to bet on fights. Don't mess with roosters. They can and will maim you. Source: her chickens. That rooster was brutal and killed an actual bird of prey in a fight and ate it to show dominance. I used to have a show rooster. Real cute. Perfect specimen. Won tons of shows. One day decided to join the dark side. Killed several of my layers, and when I tried to stop him I swear he almost broke my leg before I managed to snap his neck. The bruise was half a foot squared. I'm just lucky he didn't have talons. Ticks, in Germany and other European countries, you barely see them, but they can attach themselves to your body and they transmit diseases, two of which, the most common, cause lifelong damage. The most dangerous that they cause, as far as I know, is tick-borne encephalitis. Can cause severe nerve damage and lots of other lifelong issues that will make your life miserable. Luckily, you can get vaccinated for it. The other that they cause, and doesn't have a vaccine, is Lyme disease. I was walking in a place full of grass yesterday, and I found a tick when I got back home that was hiding in the curls between my private parts and leg. They usually hide in places you can't see. You also have to take them out really carefully. Yep, I found one on the top of my head yesterday morning that had bitten me. This one specifically is known for carrying Rocky Mountain spotted fever, so just started my just in case course of antibiotics today. They're the worst, and for being someone who loves the outdoors, I've never been more scared to go outside. Peacocks. Keep your kids close when you go to visit the free roaming ones at the zoo. They will frick little Timmy's crap up. Peacocks are also hella annoying. I used to live in Orlando, so I saw and heard my fair share. Now that I live somewhere totally different, I do not miss them one bit. Their feathers do not make up for the noise. Mute swans. Big, mean, and they don't frick around when protecting their nests. Even the biggest idiots with wave runners on the lake I live on soon learn to stay away from their nesting site. I once had an opportunity to feed some swans. The massive trumpeter and tundra swans just politely ate out of my hand. But the mute swans were freaking scary. I'd almost rather be stuck in a pen full of Canada geese than walk into a swan's territory. Cone shells. Snorkel in Hawaii and put a cone shell in your pocket. Next thing you know, you get a prick in your leg from its proboscis and it injects you with fatal neurotoxins. If you see a tiny yellow octopus with blue rings, get the frick away from it. The blue-ringed octopus has a paralyzing venom that also leaves you fully aware of stuff around you. I doubt anyone thinks they aren't somewhat dangerous, but some seals are psychopaths. Other than humans and orcas, They're one of the only animals on the planet that seems to occasionally kill for fun. They've been found to continue killing penguins even when they are no longer hungry, and they've even been photographed tearing ocean sunfish apart and then not eating any of the meat. I grew up in the country and was around a lot of wild animals growing up. Cut to I was living in LA for a little bit when I saw a raccoon in broad daylight foaming at the mouth and just sitting there looking pee off. I immediately step back and I see some 20-somethings girls going, "Oh my god, look how cute it is. I want to get a picture with it." I yelled at them, "Hey guys, that raccoon likely has rabies and you should stay the frick away from it." They didn't listen. They got close to it. It got really freaking pee off and tried to bite them. It didn't, thank god. But as I witnessed this I said, "Don't say I didn't tell you to stay the frick away. Even if it didn't have rabies, those wild trash pandas can frick you up if they feel threatened." Koalas. They are the absolute worst. We had this girls in science club when I was in middle school, and we were invited every now and then to see some animals behind the scenes at the San Diego Zoo. We've seen some pretty cool exhibits like all the snakes, the tigers, and this time we were to see the koalas or the polar bears. I've never been a fan of koalas, so I voted hard for the polar bears. However, most of the girls wanted to see the koalas sadly. When we go to the exhibit, the club was all too excited when some of the trainers came out with 3 young koalas. One of the trainers, however, was giving all these warnings about koalas, about their bipolar temper, kinds of diseases they can give, and all kinds of other stuff. So a girl was asked to volunteer to hold one of the koalas. We will call her Sarah. This one koala bear, the trainers claimed, was the calmer one of the 3. Sadly, it wasn't the case. Sarah was given this leather bib looking thing to wear while holding the koala. All the girls looked absolutely pissed that they couldn't have a turn holding the koala. But that all quickly changed after like 2 minutes. This koala started making weird noises, and the trainer was next to the girl the entire time trying to reassure it. The trainer had some snacks she left on the fence behind us, and went to go get them. She shouldn't have left Sarah. I felt so bad for her. Sarah was terrified the moment this thing started screaming. It ended up scratching the side of her arm, completely unprotected by that leather bib thing, and bit her there as well. Sarah was screaming her freaking head off, and so were the other girls. I'm pretty sure I was too. After that she had to get tested for all sorts of things when her parents took her to the hospital, and that was the end of Girls in Science Club. I'm pretty sure she got a payout from the zoo, but I don't remember. This crap wouldn't have happened had we seen the polar bears. Badgers. These little weird suckers can and will bite if needed, and they have no whatsoever problem keep biting, crushing your bones. They might look cute, but they are loners. They don't like you, and they will bite if needed. Moose. Probably already been said, but they have hooves the size of dinner plates, and if you mess with a mama with calves, she will frick up your life. They are also fast as frick and 6 feet tall at the shoulder. Don't be fooled by their cute, smooshy noses. Signed, a guy who grew up in rural Alaska. Don't forget to mention they can swim and dive better than most humans ever will be able to. I've seen people look at mantis shrimp and try and touch while calling it cute, etc. Number. Don't freaking touch it. When they hit something, the equivalent is a bullet. People have had fingers snapped off, bones broken, etc. from one hit of something so small. Otters. They are so freaking cute, but their jaws are crazy freaking strong. Their little arms are strong too. Once at a zoo I asked one of the keepers why the otter exhibit had extra thick glass. He said it was BC the otters had smashed rocks and crab legs against the old glass and shattered it, spilling the whole otter pool, and all the otters, all over the floor, being little buttholes. The otters proceeded to attack the visitors. The original glass was a foot thick. Bats. I love bats so much, but they are one of the highest carriers of rabies and they spit when threatened. They don't even have to scratch bite to transfer it. I love bats, but I also love not choking on my own spit, as I'll lose the ability to swallow or breathe over a period of 10 days. Observed from a respectable distance. Turkeys. They have a back talon that's incredibly sharp. They jump about 2-3 feet in the air and kick with their talons when scared or protecting the flock. Cows. Every year, Unexperienced hikers in my native country Austria get run to death by cows, especially those walking with dogs. Never go in a cow field with a dog, you will get chased and they are quicker than you. Not sure if this is common, because in America everyone seems to know this. But since moving to Europe everyone thinks raccoons are these cute cuddly silly animals who would make great pets. Ladybugs can bite. Not really dangerous at all and it's just a quick sting but it can be quite surprising since most people don't probably expect that. When I was bit by a ladybug I had to Google if it can be real or am I just imagining things. I don't know its name in English, but Papazimu maki, if that helps you understand, the same species as mort. Their bite is poisonous. Papazimu maki, in English it is tarsier. Hippos. Everybody knows that they're big but thinks they're slow and lazy. Not nearly enough people know how fast and aggressive they are. Y'all, please stay the heck away from hippos, especially if you're in the water where they're most territorial. Absolutely, they kill about 500 people a year. More than lions, tigers and bears. Oh my. Blue-ringed octopus. So cute. I've seen videos of people handling them out of water. It carries enough venom to kill 26 adult humans within minutes. Their bites are tiny and often painless, with many victims not realizing they have been envenomated until respiratory depression and paralysis begins. They kill very quickly, and there is no anti-venom. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.